What's good with y'all boys? Welcome back to another Drawing Me video. We got some green and blue action going on today. And today we're outside. It's been a minute since we've been outside and did a video. But I'm glad that we are. Now, today I wanted to talk about addiction, and addiction, like, nowadays comes in like various forms, a lot more complicated than what it might have used to be, Now obviously I wasn't, alive back then to know about more severe addictions and the problems of it, But modern day, it's about, like, modern day addiction is more like phone usage, screen time and shit like that, like kind of being a slave to the screen, and it don't feel good when you're just sitting there, all day doing that shit. Like, you're not getting nothing done. You're not learning nothing 90% of the time. And when you finally do come back to the realization of, you don't wasted a lot of time, you realize how drained you feel. And sure, there's like, drug addiction, money, like gambling and shit like that. A lot more other things that are worse than, the screen, but modern day, that shit's been around forever, right? But modern day is like being glued to the phone and being glued to like the screens and shit. Like that ass, we're not, meant to be doing that. And well, me personally, I always wonder why I always feels like so tired, right? Because I'm not giving myself room to grow and not do that shit. Right now I feel hella, exhausted. And I ain't did shit. It's the middle of the day. Now, right after this, I could still change that. I mean, it's never too late, but I want to work on the habit of, not waiting all day to do shit. Because it's only going to get hotter, so you're going to have to wait all day. Or you're going to have to wake up early. And both are equally just as hard as the other. Maybe that's why, like, during, summertime, it seems to be like people might get depressed a little bit more often than when it's not summertime. And that's probably why, it's too hot to really go out and do anything. Go do anything outside. Shit still has to get done, sure, but it's probably a little bit more difficult to really get by it. And look, there's just so many more negative things than good when it comes to being on your fucking phone all day, right? I was just texting this girl recently, and we were talking about that shit. And then look, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Like, she be like lagging and shit, right? And she's like, yeah, I got a phone addiction or some shit. Sometimes I like it though. And you know, it'll be a good while for a response. And I started thinking more. I'm like, alright, well, you know what? It's probably best to just, you know, notice my self-worth and look in the mirror and, you know, think about this and, you know, move on. You know, there's gonna be someone that appreciates the time they're spending with you. Because talking, interacting, it's all energy. And you know, even texting. You know, to text and wait all day or wait for a response for so long, and it's, you know, some bullshit. Yeah, it could feel draining. So you know, it's probably best, like, you know, move on and accept reality. Like, you know, it's they don't feel the same way, bruh. I'll be for real with you, boy. And that's alright, cause it just, you know, you gotta figure it out, you know, a little bit better. And I feel like the reason a phone addiction is so easy, or just cause, like, well, I mean, this kind of applies to anything you become addicted to, but like, you just have it in your pocket. You just have it on you all day, so it's, you know, easily obtainable. And look, I remember seeing some things. It's like, you know, the person you are behind closed doors, the person you are, like, by yourself, it shows. It shows in public. It shows in when you're around people. So, like, you know, reading a book will show by your by, like, your, you know, good structuring of sentences or some shit. You know, being smart. No, I won't lie. I have a bad issue of kind of telling myself I'm gonna do something and maybe not doing it, or just doing it too late in the day. I'm not gonna say that shit's alright. It's not. But I think, like, lazy consistency is better than, you know, not trying. It's not hard to not, you know, just not do it. But it's a lot harder to stay away from it, is what it is. Because the moment something gets, like, all stressful, it's on your mind, or you just feel like relaxing. Maybe you feel like relaxing way too much, way too often. That's the moment it starts, you know, you fall back to that addiction. And nobody should feel this way, but I do, just because, you know, so drained from nothing. And then, you know, I feel like a common side effect with like addiction could be like you look back and you're like nostalgic about how you were before you got all caught up in your bad habit. Like, oh, I used to do this every day. And then it just kind of, you know, took its moment. You took a break from it, or you just stopped doing it. You stopped doing it as much as you did. I feel like yeah, I struggle with it, but I struggle with things too. But I don't want to be like that no more. Like, so nostalgic about like some better habits I used to have, or you know. Because it really doesn't feel good to want to change, but not trying to, or not really trying to. Because everybody deals with their own problems and their own issues, and you know, they got their own addictions too, right? Some might be worse than others, but everybody just wants to be, you know, a better person. You know, things can't happen if you're constantly taking breaks and giving yourself time to think about it. It just won't, because if you really, you know, everybody wants it right now. Oh, it'd be nice to, you know, stop having to worry about money, or, you know, have nice things and people that love you. But I mean, if you just barely care about yourself, you know, those nice things that you could manifest and just force into your life wouldn't stay for long, and they wouldn't be happy either. So yeah, they wouldn't stay for long. But when you find your own peace, you know, your own calling, something that excites you, it's important to take it serious. Look, bro, when I was younger, like I love to, like younger, like a kid young. I love the thought of drawing, but I never really tried it. I always like to watch like drawing videos, like landscapes and shit like that. But when I got older was when I finally like started like kind of doodling around and like found this, you know, YouTuber, and you know, started messing around on my own. And then I started to think more like this is what I would want to do, you know? This is what I like to do. I like this right here. But I probably didn't take it as serious as I should have for me to have built a career out of something like this when I was, you know, just a few years younger. This is only just recently. So it's, you know, 2026 right now, obviously, but like 2022, was when I first got like a sketchbook and like started drawing. So around that time. But even then, like, I wasn't drawing as much as I do now. But even now, I still don't fucking do it as much. Right? I do it every day, but not as much to want to to continuously grow and like learn, right? And whose fault is that? Not yours. You don't even know me. It's mine. You know why? Because I put too much time into shit that doesn't matter. And all I could really say is, shit, it just happens. You think things are more serious than they are, and they're not. And all it takes is a moment to really, like, empty your cup and come back. Come back to it when you're feeling like it. Look, bro, I got this homie that I used to be hella close with. Like, we sat, like, we had this class when we were in 11th grade. And we sat by each other. Like, we started our mornings off with each other. And this teacher, like, you chose your spot in the beginning of the like, first day of school. But this teacher, like, he, like, never did seat changes. Never once. And I remember him saying like a few times, like 2 or 3 times at least. He didn't say it a lot, but he's like, I'm gonna make a seat change and we're gonna move around. And it just never happened. So we went the whole year without changing seats. You were stuck where you landed on the first day of school. And so anyways, I got, I was able to get close and cool with the table that I sat with. And this guy that I met, his name was Leo. And right after we finished school, like we went like a few years, I didn't hear much from him, and it just kind of happens, right? But like a few months ago, like I found him on Instagram again. I just looked up his name, and I found him, and then we texted for a while. He texted, and then I reached out again another time, like asking. I was like, yo, bro, like, yo, it's been a minute, man. Would you want to, like, go out and play basketball? Because I remember him saying, like, he would go to, like, the school down the street and just play basketball. And I was like, oh, shit, no way. And, he's like, I was like, I gotta go, like, pick you up or whatever, if that's what needs to happen, like, we should just go and, like, chop it up for a minute, right? And he said he was down and all that, and I just told him, I was like, alright, cool, well, let me know when you're ready. And then that was really it, like, for the conversation. I'm sure, like, it was some other, like, useless, like, kind of, like, dialogue, like, alright, whatever, you take care of shit like that. Not useless, but it doesn't really contribute to what I'm saying, right? So, but I don't know. Maybe, sure, you could have just forgot, right? He's not thinking about it. Oh shit, we're gonna go play basketball, right? Fuck. That's all right. I mean, maybe he's just not ready, Maybe he's not ready to ball up and shoot threes, so it's alright, So I was looking at the pen last night too when I was drawing on my sketchbook, and this green one's almost done. I know it's a little smeared up on the wall right there, but if you point it downwards, shit, it's almost done. And I remember saying, like last video, if this one's almost done, this one's almost done. The blue one. So it'd be time to almost have to replace these. These pens are hella good, bro. I won't even lie. These are like really good pens. I was even found the first one that I found originally, the black one, just in a little, I don't know, bro, just on my mom's shit, right? And I just found it and I started using it. I found that one yesterday and I was trying to use it and I forgot that I had dried up all the ink of it, so I used it all. I was like, oh shit, that sucks. Cause I was trying to write, and I'll only write in black ink. I mean, I like to just write in black ink, keep it original, keep it simple. Sure, I could write in green, but I could also draw in green. That makes for a cool picture. Cause I remember when I first started writing a few years ago, I had this pink pen or something, hot pink, and I don't know, I just didn't like the way it looked. I just didn't like it. So I eventually stopped doing that. I think even for a little bit, because I couldn't find a black pen at one point. So I was using a blue pen, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am, but I don't know. Cause that's all one of my old journals right there. Speak of that shit right there, bro. That shit's done right now. That kind of sucks though. That kind of sucks because I couldn't finish this segment. Sorry, with the green ink. That's alright, we'll do with this. It won't look as good, but it'll look alright, I guess. I'm thinking too, maybe we should look at the blue ink. I don't know. This one's about almost done too. If the pens just die, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna. I don't know. I think I'll just have to come back to this video. I'll just have to come back to recording another time. Cause what the fuck? That would suck. Hopefully there's enough. And I don't think there is though. Fuck. Alright then. Fuck it, I'm gonna call it right there, and I'm gonna come back later. I'm gonna get some new pens. I'm gonna throw these ones out. So they're done, They ain't drawing no more. Alright, we're back. And we got a fat friend right here. We got our fat friend, Weemy. What's up, Weemy? Say what's up. What's up, Weemy? Oh yeah, Mimi. Oh yeah, Mimi. Hey, Mimi. Alright, go ahead. You could go and play. Anyways, we got these pens right here. Yes, sir. Let's crack this shit open. Let's crack this shit open, boy. Alright, I know I've been talking about it. About the magenta color, but we're gonna stick to what we said. Green and blue. Stay right there. green and blue for this video. That's what we promise. That's what we're doing. Hey, doesn't mean we can't record another one in a few hours. Hey, we might just have to. But when I went up in the Target, man, these are expensive pens, bruh. For these 5 pens, I thought it was $6. I don't know, maybe I got them when they were $6 like a few weeks ago. Because I was looking at my bank account, and last time I was charged for buying something at Target, which was the last time I went to buy these pens, and that was February 19th. So, and I thought that was $6 for these packs of pens. I know I bought someone else too though, but I was like, damn, bro, that's a lot of money, bro. Look, they're worth it. I believe it. I will say they're worth it, but that is a lot, bro. For 5 pens, and for me, these pens, like they won't last long, bro. They really won't, cause I'm fucking using them, bro. And like the way I do use them, you know, like I like to darken the lines. I don't like, I'll go over it a few times like this. Like I want it to be like neat, you know, kind of. It may not seem like it, but I don't go dark lines all the time for nothing, feel me? Like that's not neat right there, what I just drew. Nah, that's fucking, nah. That's all hell no. Oh hell no, bruh. Every time I go up in a Walmart, bro, I'm always hoping to walk around and run into the homie, so I can fucking make a scene. Hey, boy, yeah. But I don't ever see his punk ass, bro. And I'll be wondering, I'm like, man, this fool. But watch, one day I'm gonna catch him, bro. I'm gonna see him, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, boy. And that shit's gonna be funny as fuck, bro. That shit's gonna be funny as fuck, cause then I'm gonna ask him if he could take a picture while he's on the job. Say, hey bro, you can take a picture? He's like, hey, I know him, he's gonna be like, yeah, I can take a picture. Bruh, so I was like, while I was out, like man, it's fucking, like, I don't know, bruh, like, I'm fucking, like, tired, bruh. Like, I just didn't want to do shit, bruh. Damn near. So I went out and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go get these pens, and I'm gonna go to Target. I'm gonna go to the basketball court too. I'm just gonna, you know, hoop, mess around. Man, I was like, I didn't even stay as long as I usually do. I think I stayed like a good, like over 30 minutes, but I'm like, man, bro, I feel so tired. Like, exhausted. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go home, bro. Like, it's getting warmer, it's getting hotter, and shit, bro. I don't know. I was watching this like video, and it's like one of those Minecraft videos, like in the background the Minecraft gameplay, like the parkour shit, and it's like the AI voices, and the AI voice was the pimp named Sleepyak from the Boondocks, and it was funny, but it was making a lot of sense. It was basically saying like being addicted to noise, like you're addicted to noise, like get used to silence, you know, like I think the main message was like always looking for a response, like, you know, texting and getting a reply or some shit like that, some shit like that. And I thought it, kind of made a lot of sense, because, you know, like I said, like to touch back on like the addiction issues, that was like one of the few things that I had learned. Everything else that I had scrolled past, I don't even fucking remember nothing. That's how you know it's not important. It's there to kind of keep you locked up mentally, you feel me? Like, drained, you know. That's probably why I just feel so tired, bro. But it's alright, I mean, the day's almost over. Then be able to get some rest. So the last video I was making, I felt really good about it. So much so that I ended up it was late as it was when I was recording it. Draw with me number 11. But I exported it to I don't know. I think I was just watching it on where I was editing it or whatever, putting it together, and I started watching it I was watching myself, watching my own video before I uploaded it and shit. And I've never actually really done that with these draw with me videos, but I was really into it. And I don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe it is, but I don't know, I was so intrigued, you know? And I ended up watching 20 minutes of it. And then I was like, man, you know, I gotta turn this off. I gotta go to bed. And it just, I don't know, I ain't never did that before. And I'll be honest, I don't really plan to anyways. I remember fucking watching I don't know, this clip of Michael B. Jordan. He's talking, someone was asking him, some ladies asking him, you watch your movies or some shit? And he's like, nah, cause I don't want somebody walking in on me and watching myself. That makes sense. That'd be kind of weird, right? I mean, especially if you're probably the main character, you're on the screen over 50% of the time of the movie. One of his movies, Sinners, he plays a double role, right? The main characters, I don't remember their names, and you know, they're twin brothers, I think. I can't remember. We watched that movie during the summer. Damn, that was a long time ago. It was a good movie though. And I remember being at school, and the guys were talking about it coming out. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to the movie theater. I'm going to the movie theater tonight. Watch that movie. I was like, what is that movie? And I remember one of the guys was telling me, he's like, this movie got a rating that hasn't been rated this way in several years, at least over a few decades or something, a decade or something. Just a long time. I don't know what it was called that he said or what. It was just basically saying the reviewers kind of said it's a good movie, and I agree. It wasn't really anything that I expected, but I like it because it combines two old slavery, how it was back in the day, and a vampire apocalypse. I thought that was pretty cool. It was a little random, but was nice. It was a cool movie. It was a good movie. I think being a reviewer, I remember being younger, and it's like top 10 easiest jobs in the world or shit like that, and someone was like, those top 10 YouTube channels and shit, and they're all like, number 3, watching Netflix all day, you get paid for it. And this was before like it was ads, like everyone's always trying to promote, like, you want to make money watching YouTube all day or shit like that. Like, man, shut up, bro, get out of here. Just hit skip and shit. But when I was younger and I seen that, I was like, oh, cool, that's hella cool, you get paid. How do people get a job like that? But I think, anyways, back to like being a reviewer, like, that shit kind of gotta be cool, cause like you gotta like a voice, right? Kind of. And I don't know, like, I think it's always pretty cool. Like, whenever we're watching movies now, like, whenever I'm scrolling to watch a movie, if I am, like, one thing I like to look for the R rating. The hard R rating. If it don't got the R rating, bruh, I'm not really interested, bruh. I'll be honest with you, bruh. It's gotta have bad words. It's gotta have ladies in it. Shit, I don't give a fuck. And I look at the reviews, the review numbers, rating number. Usually it's like out of 10, so like maybe like a 6.5. I'll look at it and I'll consider it. But after that, anything below that, it's on bullshit, bro. Like, that movie's probably not gonna be good, so I scroll right past it. So that's when like I'm like kind of interviewing the movie, looking at it, like, when I'm interviewing it, like, alright, am I gonna watch this shit or what? But something that like attention grabber is like the cover art, whatever. How does it look? Like, what's the image they're displaying? And the title. Like there's this movie we had watched. It was called Primal, some shit like that. And it's like it's just like a monkey, and that's it, right? Like a monkey in a red screen. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro, that shit is not, like, if I was the one holding the remote and I was scrolling, I wouldn't even consider that movie. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Don't get me wrong, that was a good ass fucking movie. It's a good movie. But I'm not like searching around looking for like monkey movies or shit like that, Maybe like Curious George, but I'm not like trying to find no shit like that, bro. But it was a good movie. It was good. But just because I like the cover art, like, I would've, if I was the one in control doing that, holding the remote, I would've scrolled right past it. I would've said, I ain't give a fuck about that movie, I'm not watching that shit. But I'm glad I did watch that shit, cause it's a good one. Hey, but a good one, I was just watching it today again too. I got like halfway in. I'll finish it later, but a good one is Nobody. Nobody. The cover art's good. It's a guy getting punched in the face. Alright. And the title, it's simple. It's not like my intro, like, oh, what's going on, what's good with y'all boys, welcome back, it's not saying all that shit. It's straight to the point. Nobody, That's a good ass fucking movie, bro. This is gonna be like my 4th or 5th time watching this shit. That's a good one. I'm not gonna lie, bruh. I feel like I've always been big on like people like talking too much, talking shit, you know. Cause you think about it, someone that talks too much, they talk a lot of shit. Like they're talking, like they're just negative, you know. Like I don't, you know, those aren't the people I like to be around. But I notice whenever I'm doing these videos, bro, like especially like now, like the first like few, I wasn't like. Probably a lot more moments where I was going like quiet and shit. But like as I started doing it more and getting more comfortable, like I feel like I'm like hella becoming what I don't like. I'm just fucking talking hella shit, bro. Like talking too much, and cause I be thinking I'm like oh man, I'm like that's some shit like fucked up, bro. Like, what am I talking about? Feel me? Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not, but cause like realistically, like I think the psychology behind it is like someone that's talking too much obviously ain't thinking too much, right? So they're just running their mouth, and that's what I'm like fearing of being. I don't want to be that shit. I don't want to be known as that shit. You know, like I've heard a lot of comments about to me like about not talking too much, and whether they think that or not, it hurts. But I think about it now. I'd rather be that like someone that's like hard, that's I'd rather be someone that's like struggled with like trying to spit out what they're trying to say, say what they're trying, saying what they mean or some shit, or like, you know what I mean, like they, like talking to people, I guess, or whatever, right? Whatever you want to call it. Then somebody that's too overly confident and like fucking annoying, bruh. Cause I've met people like that. At first, like I'll be thinking like they're cool, but then like then the ladies are like nah. I'm like, oh, for real, bruh? I wouldn't have never guessed that, bruh. And they're all like, nah, bro. And I'm like, fuck, alright, well, shit, I didn't know that. Like I said, I wouldn't have never guessed that. I'm not examining people, If they make me laugh, then I'm around, and they're not like draining. Then they're cool, But it's a little bit different. I can understand it's a little bit different, being a guy and like talking to a girl, than talking to one of the homies, or being a girl talking to a guy instead of talking to one of the homegirls. It's a little bit different. I get it for obvious reasons. It's gonna be way different. The circumstances and the interactions completely different from when you're talking with the homies. And I guess I never really realized that till I started growing up. Like, oh shit, that's crazy, bro. That's the homie right there you're talking about. I didn't know that. But you can't like, I don't know. Like I'll say like you can't like judge a man off of or judge a man at all because you're not, you didn't make him. You're not God. So I get that. Shit, I don't know, hate the fool or whatever. But I guess that kind of makes sense. Like, oh, I guess that you mentioned that now. Like, maybe the fool could be tripping at times. Like, what the fuck? You say some weird shit. Like, what the hell? You feel me? shit, I guess, like, it's worth it to wait. It'll always be worth it to wait. But you could have those ambitious moments where you don't want to wait. You want it right now, but you kind of have to, you know? And it'll build character. It'll just make you a better person, you know? Because one, you're developing your patience, but on top of that, you'll know what it means to struggle. And really, like, feel like, you know, really feel the urge to want to just find something else. It could be with anything, you know, careers, relationships, friends. I used to reach out to so many people, like the old homies, like, we used to get along so well, and I'd reach out, and it just wouldn't get a response, you know? Or they just wouldn't be they wouldn't be interested, or whatever. That's alright, you know, because I realize, and I've been realizing now, like, I can't control that, and neither could you. Only they could. You can't, you know, only they could control what they find intriguing to their minds. And, you know, it's better that way, because, you know, maybe they're just, hate to say it, hate to think about it too, but they're just dead weight. Like, I think I'm at the point where, like, I'm too old to, like, ignore messages and like leave it undelivered, you know? Like, I read it from the notification too. Yo, what's going on, bruh? You know, and sometimes it's people I don't even want to talk to. I feel you. Maybe, you know, maybe I'm just that person that, you know, we're just happen to be that person that just doesn't want to be interacted with at times. And that's alright, you know? But you see it, I see it, you know? And, just, you know, I mean, I won't say like I leave like the yo, hey, what's up on red or nothing, but eventually, you know, like, I'll stop entertaining the conversation, because it's not worth the time, and it's not worth the energy no more. Yeah, the time, but this conversation would be like 5 minutes, and that's it, you know, whatever. Bro, I won't lie, the sun's like in my face right now, bro. That shit kinda hurts too, because I'm trying to like avoid it, but I'm like sitting hella weird. It's all good though. I'm almost done. At least I think so. I'm actually like pretty proud about myself for coming back and, you know, just finishing up the video outside too. Because I was thinking, like, when I was pulling back up into the driveway, I was like, man, you know what? I think I'm just gonna wait till later. I'll just finish it at the desk. Nah, fuck that, bro. I want to do it right now, and I don't know how quiet it'll be in the house, you know? I don't know how the circumstances will be for me to have the peace and the quiet, you know? At least out here, like, it's natural noises, like, that's not noises by, like, a living, breathing thing that's, like, breathing, or, like, that's thinking, I mean, like, consciously. Like a person, like a door being rushed open, like fucking, like it makes you jump type of shit. Like, that's by person, but that person decided to do that shit, and that's fucking annoying, bro. You know, doors being slammed and yelling, like, bro, like, shut the fuck up, you feel me? Nobody trying to hear that shit. Shut the fuck up. Like, bro, that's not how you fucking talk to people. I get it. Sometimes people act out and just like, what the fuck are you doing? But you're saying that in like a way more louder tone, you know? Like, what, you fucking stupid, bro? But when you're just yelling at somebody to yell at them because you're mad, like, that's like, bro, shut your fucking bitch ass up, bro. Don't nobody fucking like being around you doing that shit. Right? I used to have like homies that I would sit on the game with, and that's all they do. They let that shit get to them. The game gets me mad too, cause you know I'm fucking trash. You know, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a pro player. I don't get paid to just do this shit. But you're sitting, you know, yelling and shit, yelling like that shit's annoying, bro. You don't think so? Don't get me wrong, they're still cool people. They've always been. I guess I'm just using it as an example. It's on my mind. Talk about it. Because I know shit didn't fucking change, bro. I don't gotta be around you to know that. I could be around you and I know that shit's gonna be the same. Like, we're on the TV and we're chilling, and it's just not gonna be enjoyable. Or I'm around and she gets all, you know, she gets aggravating. It happens. But I yell at these people when they probably had just a hard day too. Cause it's always those people that claim to be like so fucking, you know, whatever. Oh, I'm a beautiful energy, beautiful. Man, shut the fuck up. You know you're fucking not. No, you are not, bruh. Fuck you, bruh. That ain't no fucking real kindness. Like those people like that record shit doing, you know, what they're doing. Like, you know, they're feeding the homeless or some shit. They gotta record it. Cause it'll, you know, that's pretty, you know, that's, I mean, whether they're recording it or not, it's still a good thing, but they're not a good person, you know? They're not. Ah, fuck. Now I think those other videos giving alcohol to the homeless and all that shit, that shit's fun. I ain't gonna lie to that. That shit's kind of funny, bro. Cause it's like fucked up. Like that shit's hella fucked up. But I don't ever see no homeless people in those videos saying, nah, I'm cool. They be like tearing that shit up. The boxes, everything. That's all like Instagram reels and shit. I ain't gonna lie, that should be having me fucking laughing. I know that's fucked up, I'll admit it, that's pretty messed up. But they be captioning it, comments. And you read the comments, like, that is not helping the homeless for keeping them out there. fuck, I can't lie. I can't wait for this shit to be done right now. I know it all depends on me, but I can't go any quicker, you feel me? Just cause my fucking back's starting to hurt, sitting all weird, trying to avoid the sun in my eyes. One thing, like, that'd be pretty nice, and yeah, it's gonna take some money to really get there, but like, I don't want like money to like control my life, you know, like, I'm chasing a nicer living, a luxurious, way of life and shit too. I'm another person too, I'll admit it, but I don't feel like I'm like, and sometimes, maybe I am, but for the majority of it, it makes me, it kind of makes me think like I'm not like stressing about it, because I know like it won't probably make me happy, happier than what I am or whatever, right? It won't just fix all the emotional issues. Anyways, I wouldn't want to have to worry. I would want to be to that point where I wouldn't have to worry about, damn, that pen pack is $7. I feel like I'll always notice the price, because that's what like rich people do, right? But it's affordable. Like, I could buy it, I could afford it. That's why I bought it. But I wouldn't want it to be like, or one day I want to be to the point where it's like it don't matter. I'm gonna buy it anyways. Maybe I'm already there, Sure, I don't got a fucking $100,000 right now, but it's it's affordable. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't be drawing right now. I wouldn't be continuing the video. It makes sense. So maybe I'm just talking about bullshit. Maybe I'm on bullshit right now. That's alright. That's alright. I'm alright with that. But like, one thing, like, when I was in Target, like, when I went in there, I felt like, look, bro, as a man, it could be like, it don't matter. You're handsome or you're not. You're big, you're small, what the fuck ever. Bottom line, you're a man. Anyways, I felt like it was just like very odd, felt kind of like intimidating to me, because like there was these two like girls that were like walking like the opposite direction of me, and they turned into the same aisle I had turned into, and like immediately the pens are gonna be right there. I was like, oh shit, this ain't even the right aisle. I just always felt like I don't want it to be like weird, bro. Like, oh shit, bro, I gotta turn to the same aisle as you, bro. Fuck. Like, like, I just want to get my pens and leave. Like, so I guess I was just trying to make it as obvious. Like, oh shit, I didn't even realize this isn't the right aisle. So it's the one over the left. I passed it. Do a big ass fucking 180 and just leave, bro. Like I don't know, maybe that's just me, but like I've always thought about that shit, like especially like when I go out at nighttime or whatever, and you could, for me at least, sometimes I could tell like there's a feminine figure walking past or walking by. Just get out of the way, bro. Like, fuck. Like, I hate to have to do this, but I'll do it, because I'm not trying to make, you know, this lady like intimidated by just existing, you know. And shit, I know either gender has its things that they deal with, you know. Because you think about it from the lady's perspective, oh shit, a man, I'm gonna have to walk past a man, like, you know, fuck. I hope nothing happens. Like, I get that. That's why, you know, just get out of the fucking way, bro. Just, I don't know why I bring that up. Just thinking about it. I don't know, maybe one day the world will be so developed that, you know, even in the darkest nights, the streets will be so lit up that it won't matter, you know. You won't have to bullshit your way around, just, you know, just to clear your mind. Or I remember, like, I don't know, when I used to really, like, start off drawing, my mind used to be, like, so creative. I felt like even more like I wouldn't kind of draw to try to earn something or clear my mind. I would do it because I really liked to do it. I wanted to do it. Maybe that's why like some of my previous older artwork is like so inspiring to me and so like so much better. Don't get me wrong, I think this shit is clean right here, fuck yeah, but I also feel like before, when I was first starting, like I was so scared of making mistakes too, that I like try to perfect everything, you know. And my mind would wander, and I don't know, like I know I was a lot younger, so growing up, your issues start to develop more. You got more things on your mind, more things worrying you, whatever. But I don't know, maybe I would like to be at that point again one time, where I don't kind of feel like I'm doing it to, I wouldn't say distract myself, but to clear my mind, you know. My mind is clear, and you know, this is just, it'd be just a hobby. See it as more of a hobby. Then like, you do it, and you do it every day, and eventually someone will find it, and then you'll make some money, or you do it, and you do it every day, and eventually you'll be done with these fucking sticker pages. You could just put all that effort into the sketchbook. Look, bro, I know, like, everybody's fucking dream is to be fucking popular and rich. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I have that same thought in my mind. Wouldn't it be nice to be fucking, every video you upload, it just has so many comments of people saying you're so fucking cool, and your voice is so fucking soothing, and oh my goodness, you're so funny, the way you say those bad words, like, I could just listen to you for hours. Wouldn't that be fucking cool? But not every moment that I'm doing this shit, or every moment that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, you know, make this video go fucking viral and start praying about it, you know. I pray about, thank you for giving me the opportunity, my Lord, you know, for this, you know, because before this, I was just pointlessly filling up the sketchbooks and not doing shit like this, not doing shit like this with the camera in front of it. Because when you start doing it, then your mind starts getting the possibilities of like thinking about the possibilities, like, oh yeah, you know what, you're doing it, there's always that possibility you eventually go viral. Like, yeah, but I mean, are you gonna still? I think if you're not even gonna stay with it while you're you're fucking dead broke and you ain't got shit to do all day, you're probably not gonna wanna fucking do it anymore when you're not dead broke and you got people telling you how fucking cool you are. Because maybe there's a lot more to learn, you know? Realize that the people that you're reaching out to that aren't responding, yeah, they don't give a fuck about you, but when you eventually get that money in your pockets and you're able to start buying groceries for you and your family, it'll eventually attract new people to attract old people back in your life. But at least the new people could be authentic about it. Oh man, I see you, you're such a good basketball player, man. But a year beforehand, you weren't shit. Maybe you're a rookie, or you're still in college, or you weren't shit, whatever. But it took a minute to get to where you were now. Oh man, you're so cool. Could you sign my fucking hat? Could you sign my shirt? Could you write on my fucking forehead? Alright, cool, I could do that. Compared to like somebody that you want, that was in your fucking life, that's old and not old, my bad. That's an old friend, an old relationship. Oh, I see what you're doing now. You trying to hang out? Nah, bruh, fuck no, bruh. I gave you that opportunity. You had the opportunity. I remember, like, when I was reading that book about Bruce Lee, about his daughter writing about his philosophies, he said he wrote about that same encounters when he was in Hong Kong filming for his movies. He said he didn't like all the new noise and all that shit. But when he got out there, when he would get on the phone with his old friends, it was just something about hearing an old familiar voice, That'd be cool, Maybe that's why, like, a lot of people aren't where they wish to be, because it takes a lot to really think about that stuff and to realize, like, maybe I wouldn't have the discipline to say no, or to just hang up the phone or decline the call from somebody that doesn't deserve your attention. Because even now, I was getting a call from one of the homies, and he's on bullshit, bruh. Like, he's on fucking bullshit. Yo, bruh, you trying to kick it and go get something to eat? Could you come pick me up and go get something to eat? Like, that sounds cool, but I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro, I don't really got no fucking money. And I doubt that he does either. So how the fuck is this gonna work? I'll be like, oh, I'm on like a quarter tank of gas. I don't really got shit right now, bro. Like, I can't, He's like, what, bro? Don't, your car's good on gas, bro. Like you have a solution for my issues, bro. I'm not looking for a solution. Like, come to the basketball park and fucking throw the ball around, bro, and we'll call it a day. That's fucking fun to me. But you're trying to go spend money that I don't fucking have. I'm cool off that shit, bro. Hey, get the fuck out of here, bro. Fucking bug. Like, it just takes a lot to be like, well, one, it takes a lot to be like consistent with something, because you're gonna have those moments where you just don't do it, or you don't feel like doing it, but you do it, or like I said, like, you just don't do it because you're being fucking lazy, right? Or you're giving yourself too many excuses. And that's probably where it matters the most. Probably on those days more than like the days where you do it and it feels good or whatever. think just, stay consistent and, watch, let God do the work. Watch it all unfold right in front of your eyes. Because you're doing your part, if you are doing your part, and the rest will be handled. Not by mistake or not by mystery. You know why. I just told you why. That's all it takes, man. Consistently doing it and just praying about it. Things get too hard, you pray about it. Shit, I still struggle with making that a better habit. I remember one week when I was good, I was reading that book about that pastor that was at 400 pounds, and he was referring to God a lot. I don't know, I felt like during that week, like I was so good with it, being on my prayers, just praying about, anything, like thank you for this beautiful day, and I kinda haven't been. I haven't been, not kinda, I just haven't been. And it's easy, bro. It's easy to just change that. You just do it. Alright then, y'all. This is what we got. What we finished with. I appreciate y'all for watching.